on EA Sports, and we'll see a pair of teams who shared the city of Dallas in the early 60s. It's the Kansas City.
We are ready, and so is Brandon Aubrey to kick this one off. And off we go from spectacular AT&T Stadium. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. And there is the guy at the top of the game, Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback.
I'll tell you what, Mike, we have a blast every week doing this, but when we get our assignments and we see this guy on deck, it just gets a little bit more special. I mean, to witness firsthand one of the greatest, one of the most transcendent players of all time at the quarterback position, you just know when he's on the field, you're likely to witness something special, and needless to say, I think we're all pretty excited for this one.
They put Kelsey in motion. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. To the right side, hauled in by Kelsey. 15 yards through the air. Good for a Chiefs first down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
1st and 10 for Mahomes. To the outside, catch made by Worthy.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
They put Kelsey in motion. Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5.
Still 2nd down.
Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here comes 3rd and 6. They put Kelsey in motion. And some problems communicating on 3rd down, and that's going to be a delay.
Still 3rd down.
So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. Right back to the air for Mahomes. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
On 4th down, it's Matt Ariza to punt for KC. Devontae Turpin to return for the Cowboys. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They are led out by their quarterback, Dak Prescott.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from their opening whistle.
Here's 1st and 10. Play action now. Prescott. He'll find his tight end. That's Jake Ferguson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
On the play fake, Dak. That's complete to Devontae Turpin. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Throwing with anticipation, it not only requires the confidence in both your accuracy and the timing, but it also forces the receiver to be on time and where the quarterback expects you to be. And this is one of those examples, man. When those two things are on point, it results in a first down.
And this throw batted away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
He's got a man. It's C.D. Lamb. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Can they keep this drive rolling? Here is 3rd and inches. We'll try to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a touchdown. But I don't think he knows yet that this one is coming back. So holding is the call, and take that touchdown off the board. On 3rd down, Prescott. That's into the hands of Turpin. And he's going to have the 1st down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
He's got it at the 3. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. From the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. Go with their fullback trying to get it. And he's going to get stopped in the backfield. He'll take him down at the 3-yard line.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal for Prescott. That is caught. What a job on the scramble. Devontae Turpin. Touchdown, Cowboys.
And once they let the quarterback out of the pocket, it just became too many options at their disposal. They got to keep him in the pocket and limit the run option. Once he's out there on the perimeter, Mike, his ability to either throw it or take it in himself, it just puts so much pressure on these coverage defenders and results in an easy touchdown.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Cowboys will take a 7-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. On the return, it's the rookie Xavier Worthy. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Off-balance throw. It's complete. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
We spent so much time talking about these receivers. How fast do they run, Mike? How high do they jump? But so often, the guys that have the most success in the NFL, it's the mental part of the game. It allows them to create separation, find soft spots in the defense, attack defenders. It's exactly what he's able to do here, and really nice connection.
Mahomes quickly out to Rice. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now the former rushing champ, it's Kareem Hunt. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
On 3rd down, Mahomes. Firing right side, brought in by Brown. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on third down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Donovan Wilson will bring him down. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Mahomes back. That's going to be caught by Gray. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Man in motion is Brown. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
After the made field goal, Butker back on the field to send this one away. Cavante Turpin on the return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Lots of space, past the 45, and he'll be taken down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds. Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. 1st down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Right back to him on 1st down. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss, and it's 2nd down.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
On 2nd down, it's Dak. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he will score. Jalen Tolbert, touchdown Dallas. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Now Aubrey for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Cowboys extend their advantage to 14-3. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Chiefs offense headed back to take over once more. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
A short throw taken in by Kelsey. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back to Arlington at AT&T Stadium after this. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
To the air once more, it's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Travis Kelsey, the intended target. And it's going to be 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw again. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball and on defense, take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Cowboys offense ready to get back to work. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. A shotgun snap for Prescott. In the middle of the field, it's taken by C.D. Lamb. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Now a second down throw for Prescott. That pass sideline is caught. Nice catch, stays in bounds, and he's got the first down. Terrific job with the feet to make that one a grab.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout, and they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. Second down and 8. They'll throw again. Dak. The open man is Tolbert.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Now a 3rd and 2. To the air again. Prescott. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down. On 4th down, the veteran Brian Anger on to punt for Dallas. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Chiefs offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Gray is the motion man here. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. Open man right side is Kelsey. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. First and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Right back to the air for Mahomes. He'll try and get there on the ground.
Those plays are killers. for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in. You think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up 1st and goal.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. Harrison Butker on now for the field goal. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chiefs cut the lead to 4. It's 10-6.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well. You're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So it's halftime here in Arlington with the Cowboys in front. As we'll head over to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He has the EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Mike, we'll take it from there as we welcome everyone into our EA Sports studios and our halftime report.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half coming up. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, here's Turpin. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Cowboys offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. 1st down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Dak. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline, and that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
And he will have a Cowboys first down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
In motion, Lamb. Dak going to throw it here on first down. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4. Dak to throw. To the outside, looked in by Lamb.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
And he's going to have the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 29, but it's a new set of downs. 1st down picked up.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. And he brings it down to about the 28-yard line. Jaden Hicks on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. Prescott now. A quick throw. That's complete on the slant. They've converted twice on 3rd down on this drive. Now facing 3rd and 3. Now Prescott. He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Handoff here, up the middle, and he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down. On play action, here's Dak.
That's a great job defensively. Even though they let him escape the rush initially, there was nowhere to go with either their ball or as a runner, and they're able to force 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal try. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Cowboys will now make it an 11-point game. It's 17-6.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. It's Xavier Worthy on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense getting ready for their Opening possession of this second half. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
He'll work forward to the 40-yard line. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there on the stop. Here's 2nd and 9. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Mahomes now on 2nd down. Over the middle, that's Kelsey. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Looking middle, he's got Kelsey. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a 1st down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football, and oftentimes that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
To the right side, hauled in by Kelsey. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the 4th quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line of scrimmage and try to score here now that it's...
And he will score! Game on! Noah Gray! Touchdown, KC. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
This becomes a big spot here for the Chiefs. They will indeed go for 2. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. That's caught, so they get the 2-point conversion, and all of a sudden that 11-point deficit down to just a field goal here in the 4th. So they've cut into the lead, now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. On the return, here's Turpin. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's Dak Prescott, and the Cowboy offense set to go again. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position, instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. This one is caught by Turpin. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's a run going left, and that'll give him a 1st down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
They'll stay on the ground. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
4th quarter, you find yourself protecting a 1-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
Prescott on 1st down. To the left side, caught by Lamb. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. Now Prescott going to make the read and keep it himself. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the 1st down.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that 1st down himself.
Up the middle they go. Space to run inside the 20. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. 1st down and goal. They'll go play action. It's Prescott. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
You can see the receiver. He's pleading his case to the refs. So from our perspective, Mike, I think it's pretty clear. He was not in bounds. I don't blame him for trying. If I was in his situation, I'm doing the exact same thing.
Another shot at it from the 9. 2nd down and goal. Now Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points. I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, He's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. So, pressure kick coming now for Brandon Aubrey. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal. And this one right down the middle. It's good. So it is still a one-score game, but a little more breathing room now.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. Here comes Worthy to return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So, here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. The deficit, 6 points. So a touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. They'll drop to throw. That's over the middle, complete to Brown. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. To the left side in the hands of Rice. A pickup of 12 yards. And the Chiefs have a first down.
And now after that big completion, Mike, they can't panic yet. They're not into the mode where they're in desperation. They have 2 timeouts in their back pocket. Take a deep breath. Get your best first down play call to your quarterback. A field goal's not going to do it. They got to think touchdown all the way.
On first down, it's Mahomes. That's complete to Rice. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
He connects with Gray on that one. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Mahomes now to throw again. That's going to be caught by Gray. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. Crowd noise rises. Big play here. 3rd and 1. throwing again. It's Mahomes. That is caught. And this is going to be a touchdown. A game-tying TD here in the final minute.
Just a tremendous finish to what's been a tremendous game, Mike. I mean, not only did they get that late touchdown here in the final stages, but here with time winding down, they're an extra point away from taking the lead and likely coming away with a big victory.
So, not home yet. Still a critical extra point here to break the tie. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. So, not home yet. Still a critical extra point here to break the tie. A critical extra point is up and good. They have taken a 1-point lead here in the late stages of this one. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. A safe kick taken at the 5. Now an opening past the 30. A good return as he takes it across the 30. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Prescott. He'll let this go deep for Tolbert. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. They knew this would be a dogfight away from home, and they were right. But they come away with a hard-fought victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.